Micro and small-scale poultry are found in almost every household in the Niger Delta. They are widely kept as a source of income and protein that requires limited capital and labor investment. The Niger Delta, home to 31 million people and over 3 million poultry. Deaths from NCD and other diseases are avoidable through vaccination. Unfortunately, the vaccine distribution system in the Niger Delta is structured around commercial poultry sector, and this does not extend to the rural areas. Rural poultry farmers are reluctant to vaccinate their birds because of cultural belief, lack of access to poultry inputs, and non-appropriate products targeted at this sector of the farmers. Current levels of vaccine utilization are extremely low. Additionally, flock sizes are small and poultry farmers don't spend on the upkeep of their chicken.
Many of these backyard poultry farmers were making huge losses. One, on account of Newcastle disease that used to kill a lot of their birds, particularly during the dry season. Also, they were having a number of losses due to bacterial infections and some other poultry diseases that were incidental to poor management practices. Our exposure to rural poultry operators have been quite marginal until they made intervention. Smaller doses of Newcastle disease vaccines were made available to poultry farmers, and we also had smaller packages of a number of our products, such that the average backyard poultry farmer who could not procure some of our products because it was too much for them to use were able to now patronize these smaller packages, and we started interacting directly with many of these backyard poultry farmers in the Niger Delta. Many of these farmers, after taking up these services and these products, found out that their birds were dying less, they had greater livability, they had better productivity, and on account of that, they were encouraged to do more. In fact, many of them are now nursing the idea of becoming small-scale or commercial poultry farmers.
The first training of vaccinators were carried out here in Isokolo, where about 20 individuals were trained as a vaccinator to carry out vaccinating program on Newcastle disease here in this Isokolo and environment. And then since 2015, there is a great turn-up right here. Formerly, we are not selling drugs, but with the help of a maid, we are able to start the commencement of selling poultry vaccine, whereby we are able to reach majority of the villages around the community. And then we now notice that for birds contracting Newcastle disease now reduced in a large way.
MAID micro and small poultry intervention objective is to increase the income of poultry farmers by reducing poultry mortality in the Niger Delta due to diseases, particularly NCD, and due to poor poultry keeping practices. This will be achieved by establishing a knowledgeable private sector distribution channel through which micro and small-scale poultry keepers have access to high-quality poultry products and good quality poultry management practices. MAID has undertaken to engage veterinary pharmaceutical companies to improve access to and the use of NCD vaccines and other poultry drugs, vaccines and products amongst micro and small-scale poultry keepers in the Niger Delta. Linkage of Nigeria Veterinary Research Institute and veterinary pharmaceutical companies on how to provide appropriately priced and packaged thermostable NCD vaccines to micro and small-scale poultry keepers. The lead product of this access to vaccination services and other poultry input intervention is the thermostable 50/200 dose vaccines sourced from the Nigerian Veterinary Research Institute (NVRI). These vaccines were developed to stay out of the cold chain for up to 1 year if kept in a cool environment. They can be used for up to 2 days when opened, as against the conventional vaccines that can only be used within 2 hours of opening. They are also packaged in doses of 50 and 200, a boost to farmers with few flock sizes who are discouraged from the use of vaccines because vaccines typically come in 1,000 or more doses. Access to good quality poultry management information is emphasized throughout the chain by regular interaction with farmers at the Farmers Fora and the training of service providers by qualified veterinary doctors. The intervention is centered on establishing a retail distribution chain that serves the micro and small-scale poultry farmers. MAID supports the veterinary pharmaceutical companies to develop these market structures that serve the poor. These veterinary pharmaceutical companies support their distribution to recruit village-level dealers. These village-level dealers are trained by veterinary doctors on diagnosis of basic poultry diseases such as Newcastle disease and other common disease. The village-level dealers work in rural areas to raise awareness about the treatment of the common cause of deaths, diseases in chicken, and sell the solution to these problems. Farmers have access to information on good poultry practices, especially vaccination.
Most of our farmers here are small-scale farmers. So talking about 1,000 dose, 2,000 dose vaccine for them may not be productive. So now that we have seen vaccines of 50, 100, 200, this is very ideal for the farmers around us.
The success I have so far is because of my encountering with the service provider who actually gave me the advice of vaccination which I carried out and other drugs. And so no mortality, and so the encouragement to continue based on the success so far, and I have a good farming story to tell.
I went into poultry July 2016. I bought 50, that is a carton for a start. My success relying on service provider who do come to my farm to give me advice, tell me the kind of drugs to use, vaccination. I went through all the process, all what they told me, all the drugs to get the vaccination done. Everything was done and everything came out successfully.
First experience in poultry business, like the broilers I raised the first time, I run at loss at a mortality of 5% out of 100. I was opportune to attend a farmer forum organized by Zygosis MAID. Therefore, from then I met my mentor, and my mentor teach me how to vaccinate the bird. In 2016, I stocked my birds at August 12th, 150 birds. I only had 3 mortality out of the birds. I'm about to construct a poultry house for pullets for egg production because of the money, because of the profit that poultry has given to me. It is a source of my income presently now.
Today, MAID has greatly improved the lives of poultry farmers through strengthened distribution channels and stimulated demand. Micro and small-scale poultry keepers are vaccinating their birds, reducing their losses due to NCD and other diseases, and subsequently demanding for more products delivered directly to them by profitable retailers. The veterinary pharmaceutical companies are experiencing increase in sales through these distribution channels, and the net result is increased productivity, enhanced competitiveness, and increased income among micro and small-scale poultry keepers.